Hello and welcome to my video in which I'm going to explain you how to plan your flight using VfrFlight and avoid controlled airspace with the new tools that are provided with version 2.0 that is not released at the moment, but it's going to be soon. So just starting up, I'm going to load the flight plan that I created for my real-world flying. It's around the area over here, as you can barely see because there is lots of different airspaces. So I'm going to start from filtering out the ones that are insignificant to me, so I'm going to leave only the controlled ones and the ones that are active. So I'm going to airspace filter and starting from the top. Addis is controlled airspace, but it's just near the border, so I'm not going to be near that, and I'm going to deselect that. ATZ, I can deselect that. CTA, CTRs are class C airspace, so they stay. Danger, deselect. EA, deselect. MATZ stays, I don't want to fly into it. I would assume that I checked that all the military routes are inactive, so I'm going to deselect those. Protected stays, reserved airspace can be deselected. Stays, sports area, it's only advisory. TFR can be deselected, and as with military route, I would assume that both TRAs and TSAs are inactive. Okay, so now we are left with the airspaces that are significant to us. As you can see, here we have the CTR of Gdańsk Airport, which we want to avoid because it's class C airspace, and over that we have the bunch of TMAs, which is also controlled airspace. So this one over here starts from 1800 feet. The outer one is 4500, and here we have 9500 feet. Beside that we have here really like 3 MATZs, which belongs to 3 military airports. So there's quite a lot of military airports over here because we have Russian friends over here. Anyway, we don't want to enter those airspaces over here. Okay, so the problem with the route here is that as you can see, I want to climb to 4000 feet over here, over the bay, and then continue in this direction. But the problem is that I have the TMA airspace over here, and you could have a better insight into this when I would create the vertical profile for this route. So as you can see, we start from Pruszcz Airport, and just when we reach Kilo Point start climbing, and here we are entering class C airspace, and we want to avoid that. The problem is that the best thing would be start climb, of course, from this point where it's clear of airspaces, but since it's over the water, it's hard to know exactly when you are going to be at this point, because you don't have any terrain reference, any landmark that you can rely on. You can only rely on the timer, and because we also have strong right hand wind, it could be dangerous in that way that we have also the MATZ over here, and we could be blown away from the track into this airspace. Okay, so the one thing that I can do to correct that and is to use the radial from VOR over here, Golf Romeo Uniform, and just follow through this radial. First intercept it from this kilo point, intercept the radial, and then follow it up for some time, and then make a left turn into this this peninsula. And in version 2 we have the tool that help you to plan your route along the VOR radial. So first what I'm going to do, because I really want to maybe I'm going to leave through the whiskey point over here, because I'm moving more towards east than north. So just we'll rename this point to whiskey, and I'm going to create a new point over here at the same altitude, 1500 feet. I'm going to move it somewhere over here. So now I want to plan this leg over one of these radials from Golf Romeo Uniform VOR. So to do that, I'm going to this 4 NDB tab over here, and I have the new option here, create radials grid. When I press this, I get the grid from all the VORs that I included into the route, and as well I got the information about the 2 closest VORs and the given node with the radials and the MEs to them. So I can use that, and now I am looking for optimal radial, and let's say this is going to be this one. So I can read from the information that it's radial 013 from Golf Romeo Uniform. The great thing about this grid is that when it's on, points are sticky to the nodes. So now I can just drag this point to this radial and drag this point as well here. So as you can see, this leg follows exactly radial 013. So I'll turn it off, and now I see that I need to leave my home airspace through whiskey, follow up for 5 minutes, intercept radial 013, then follow it for 9 minutes and make a left turn into Hell Peninsula. So just to make sure that I'm avoiding the controlled airspace, I'm going to calculate the vertical profile again. So we can check that. And yes, as you can see, we are outside any controlled airspaces. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Thanks.